Hello there, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft HardRock. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So we're picking up almost exactly where we just left off. I am now, well, that's gonna run on its own when I fuel it some more. Right now, I need to make some seed oil because I need to make some leather. I did not realize that the traveler's backpacks can be upgraded. We need to make these blank upgrades. Thankfully, you get 4 per craft, but we need 6 leather. I don't have 6 leather, so that's why we gotta make leather. Once we do that, we can make a iron tier upgrade with 8 iron, then a gold tier upgrade, 8 gold. Diamond is gonna be a little difficult to get our hands on, so we'll see how that turns out. And then, of course, netherite. We just won netherite on a blank upgrade, so we're going to be doing that. In order to apply these upgrades, though, we need a smithing table. This is actually fairly easy. We just need a plank and any double sheet. I've already made an aluminum double sheet back in our armory or our forge, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I'm standing here trying to figure out where I put water. You ever had one of those days? All right, so that will make our seed, water, oil, whatnot. We can mix in the bowl, make our leather, and then make these upgrades. I also want to start making the tinker's stuff. We need to make patterns. These patterns require plant pulp and under a press to turn it into a pattern. Plant pulp has 2 recipes. The first is clay, thatch, or hemp and water in a mixer. Or seal any thatch in a barrel for 7 minutes. We're going to do this. I'll just grab a barrel of water, fill it up with 10, toss 10 thatch blocks in, and wait a few minutes. There's no point doing it the other way. It is more expensive. Cheaper, but it's more expensive. Cheaper, but more expensive? Quicker, but more expensive. That's totally what I meant to say, not the other thing I did say. Okay, watch pot never boils, so let's turn away from it. Hey, it's done. Alright, so that's our 2 leather. Now we need... Did we need the shears for the next step? I forget. Yes, we did. Alright, so that's our shears. We need to make tanks, which are panes plus glue. I need more. I have lime. I need 6 glue, so I need 6 bone meal. Thankfully, I made up a bunch the other day for the trees that I didn't need. Okay, so we need another barrel so I can have more water. We need a plank for the smithing table. Yep, and then we need enough planks for a chest also. So that should be everything. Let's grab a bit of water. Head back and get food since I am apparently very hungry. The temperature is hot, so you burn through food and water a lot quicker. And then we can melt down some sand into glass using the smeltery or melter, whatever it's called. And then we have to wash it. I've checked. Do I need to wash it? Primitive glass, clear glass. Needs to be clear glass. So that's the glass that we put on the put in front of the water thing to wash. I think 1 sand is enough to make fill up most of this, because it's supposed to be enough for 1 block. Yes. So we need to do this kind of quickly, because I don't remember what happens if I put those in. Okay, they don't melt until there's room for them to melt. That's good. Alright, so that's our glass panes. Let's go grab some thatch blocks from over here so we can toss them in the barrel. And we want 10. And we can also get rid of those for now. And is our glue done? Not yet. Toss these in here, seal them, they'll turn into the pulp, which we can then use to make our patterns, because we need the patterns in order to make the part bench and the crafting station and the tinker station and the part chest. We're going to need a lot of patterns. That's 2, 3, 6, 7. And then we're going to need the patterns to actually make the items too. So we're going to be a little busy with that. 1 minute left on that. 6 minutes on that. All right, let's go wash the glass, and then we will make the tanks. Make the... Well, we'll wash the glass and make everything. Oh, I didn't have enough lime water. All right, well, we'll make 1 of the tanks, and then we will have to... I'll have to make more lime. Well, lime water's real quick, but then I have to wait for the bone meal again. So, yep, we'll be back in a little bit. All right. That's done. Then we can make those. And that gives us our blank upgrades. If we then put an ash plank down and click it with a double sheet, we get our smithing table. So now we can, if I had enough iron, I will shortly, thanks to the drill, we can then make an iron tier upgrade on a crafting grid, then put our backpack in here with the upgrade and upgrade our backpack. So we will be doing that in the before the end of the episode. And if I can, I'll also see about getting enough gold to do the gold upgrade also. Until then, we're going to just stick that in there, and these upgrades can wait in there. All right, now that those are done, and we have an upgrade plan for our backpack, let's grab some plant pulp. You know, I realized I just used all the leather I've gotten so far, and I still have all these slots to unlock. So yeah, we'll get to them eventually. I haven't been doing a lot of hunting in this playthrough. Like in my last playthrough, I had a huge barn, and so I had a lot of sheep and a lot of pigs, and I had plenty of leather. This time, I really haven't been killing any animals. Haven't been really focusing on the animal husbandry, and so I don't have leather. But if we put the plant pulp on here, the press will very slowly come down, turn it into a pattern, and then we can start using these patterns for the upgrade, not the upgrades, for the parts, like I said. We are going to want a part chest, part builder, part crafting station, and a tinker station. When we have all of those, we should be able to make, we'll be able to start making tinker's tools. Now, granted, we could also use the smeltery to make them, but I think you need the part builder anyway to put all of them together. So we're going to want them regardless, but we can start looking at making some of these tinker's tools. Specifically, if I can make myself either the matlock, yeah, definitely want a matlock, because that's a shovel and an axe in one. I can see about making myself a sword. The cleaver is higher damage, also has a chance of beheading, I think, innately. You have the regular sword, dagger, it's quicker but does less damage. We can make a crossbow, longbows. Could have sworn there was another weapon I used to use every now and then, but I'm not seeing. Oh, I used to use a rapier, which was a faster sword, but I don't see that here, so that might not be in this particular version of the pack. I have this here, so let's just turn around and see about making them. All right, so part chest, I need a chest and sticks and a plank. All right, what about this? That's just 4. So that's our tinker station. Part builder is also nice and cheap. Crafting station is, I think, just essentially a crafting table. Yeah. I should be able to take this one and turn it into a crafting station. No. Okay, maybe it needs to be a vanilla crafting station to do that. Yes. All right. For part builder, I need some sticks, a chest. What was the other thing? A plank. Yeah. All right. So what we can do now is we put these all down, and the cool thing is if they are touching, you can tab between them without having to do anything special. You don't need to manually click on the different things. You can just tab between them. So we have our part builder. You can craft tool parts, fill your fantasies. So you put that there. See the different things. So if I wanted to make wood tool binding, I would click that and I would need a part. And so we have that. And can I put no? Oh wait, I just said I don't need to do that. I can do this. I do that. That gives us a wooden tool binding. If we wanted to make a, oh, now we put the parts in there. I was gonna say if I wanted to make a, oh, here it goes. It shows you right here. If I wanted to make a pickaxe or a matlock, that requires a round plate, a axe head, and a tool handle. So we made the wrong thing. But here, if I wanted to make a pickaxe, tool head, got to make that, binding, and then handle. And the different parts give you these different traits. So you see cultivation here. I don't know what cultivation does off the top of my head. The Tinker's book would tell me. Okay, the book does not tell me. That's unfortunate. All right, well, so different materials will give different modifiers. For example, I believe quartz gives you the sharpness. Yep. And that will make you do more damage, obviously. Multi-shot. Ooh, it's kind of cool. It's kind of expensive, but it's kind of cool. Power, you want these ichor crystals. Put a scope on your longbow. That's kind of awesome. We might have to do that. Speed modifier. Put redstone on your clothing to give it speed. The more open slots you have, let's see if I can show you that quickly. You have armor, toughness, knockback, upgrades. There are different materials will also give you more upgrade slots. Higher grade materials will give you more upgrade slots. The more upgrade slots you have, the more times you can put stuff like speed on. So you have speed 1, and then if you do this again, you get speed 2, and then if you do it again, you get speed 3, so on and so forth. There is a cap. I'm not sure what the cap is anymore. It's been too long, but yes. So now that we have some of what we need, we can look at making some Tinker's armor. I do want this chest plate still, but making, say, the traveler boots, which are leather boots plus copper, the traveler pants, and the goggles, I'm going to take more leather. I'm going to go hunting. We could at least get ourselves a full set of armor. What's the plate require? That requires blue steel. I should have assumed so. And cobalt reinforcement. Hey, we saw cobalt in the last episode in the nether. We would need to mine that. Add it to obsidian to make these cobalt reinforcements to make the plate armor. So we're going to look to making the leather set, but that's going to require getting a lot more leather. And since we're going to be looking at getting a lot more leather, we might as well look at making the leather tool belt as well, so we can carry more stuff on us without always having to open up our backpack. All right. I gotta go eat again, and then we're gonna see about doing some hunting. That drill is really speeding up the process of getting resources, which means we can make our iron and gold upgrades for our backpack. Now, I don't know if the contents will be preserved between uses, so I'm gonna pull everything out except for like one super cheap thing that it doesn't matter if it gets destroyed or not. So we're gonna leave the bowl in there just because if the bowl gets destroyed, it's not really a big deal, right? Put that in plus a iron tier to upgrade it, and now it should have a larger inventory. Yes, and the item is preserved. Good. And now it's even bigger. Awesome. So now I can pick everything back up, toss everything back into the backpack. And we have a lot more inventory space now. So that's going to make life a little bit easier. Now, if we run over here, I've set up a second steam engine. And this one is specifically for powering over here, which I've done a little bit of work. I've expanded out the wall a little bit. This is going to be moved. But yeah, so I'm going to be adjusting all this. We're going to move our crate stuff over here. And now that we have a steam engine over here, we will have persistent power. So I don't need to keep running over to our other one. Or should I say to our water wheels. And I'll replace this with a blaze burner in the very near future. Now, before I was saying I don't know what cultivated does. It doesn't say. Well, if you pick something like, let's say, a repair kit, toss the flint in here. That's not going to be a good one. Let's do the tool handle. You see it says jagged, and we can hover over it, and it tells you what it does. Every point of durability loss increases damage. So the more damage the item is, the more damage it does. That's kind of cool. I don't think I can check with this. Oh, there we go. Tool practically grows more material when repaired. I'm no idea what that actually means. But yeah, so you can see what the different materials do. And if we do... Well, here we go. If we look through this, we'll see like bone gives piercing. Copper, dwarven, and there has to be a way to double check what it... See where it... I could have sworn there's a way before to actually see what each of the items do. Was the upgrades, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. If you go to the modifiers, you can actually see what they do. So, haste. Okay, that's the same as the beacon effect. You mine faster. Quick charge, you reload your weapon faster. Speed, you move faster. Was that the Tinker's Anvil? Ambidextrous allows you to punch with both hands. Aqua affinity. Yeah, okay, here we go. So if you right-click on the Tinker's Anvil, it will allow you to cycle through and see all the different modifiers that you can apply to different items. Flamewalker leaves a trail of fire in your wake. Frostwalker, ice. Gilded trades an ability slot for 2 upgrade slots. Luck is the equivalent of fortune, so you can put luck on your pick and get fortune, even though you don't really get fortune in TerraFirmaCraft, and so on and so forth. So yeah, if you find the Tinker's Anvil, Right clicking on it just lets you look through all the different modifiers to see what they do. Anyway, so I'm going to need to go collect a lot of leather so we can make the armor. Thankfully, the nether whatnot, there's a lot of the hoglins. So I got this one piece of leather from the hoglins. I'm going to go collect more. And this one makes how much leather? 4 rolls. Or 4 bits. And to make the full Tinker's armor, I'm going to... Okay, we don't want the full because we don't need the chest piece. But for the leggings, we need 2 sheets and a strip. That's, I think, 1 piece of leather. This requires... Okay, say 3. And this is going to require another 3. So we're going to need about 7, 8 bits of leather, which means really only 1 or 2 more hoglins. On that point, why don't we make a very cheap weapon? I have the flint on me. Let's make a flint sword to... Oh, I don't have enough parts. Oh, I got the pulp here. All right, I'm going to turn this pulp into patterns, and then we're going to make a flint sword just so we have something to use in the nether and go try to take on a couple hoglins, get ourselves a bit more leather, and then we can look to make actual items that we need. I'm actually thinking, since there's a lot of hoglins in the nether there, and that's an easy food source, might be worth trying to build a hoglin farm? We'll see. And I forgot to show you it, but I made a sword. We have, okay, only 47 durability. It's made with flint and with bone. It's not incredible, but it's something just to get us through. 4.6 attack, 4.96 attack, 1.68 attack speed. It's got money speed, 3 upgrades, 1 ability slot. You can see it's got jagged, piercing, and silky. I can shear animals with this sword. Not going to, but I can. Now we can try our hand back in the nether. Now that we have a sword, I do not know how this sword will do against TerraFirmaCraft mobs. TerraFirmaCraft weapons, of course, have their own stats. Slashing damage, piercing damage. This is vanilla stats, so I really don't know if it's going to do much. It might work against... Okay, so a sword doesn't really damage skeletons. As you saw, the spear does nothing against a skeleton. An axe is very good against a skeleton. So is a hammer. I don't know if this sword, since it is... I'll leave that door open. I don't know if this sword, because it's based on a vanilla sword, will actually do well against... Don't try to attack me. I just want to... Okay, well, this sword works pretty good against at least the hoglins. Once I make some more armor, I can apply a golden upgrade to our helmet that we're going to make, which will make so that the piglins there won't bother me. But now we have a hoglin, another hoglin corpse. I can put this up on the hook, get more leather from it, and then I can actually make the rest of our gear. So that's what I'm going to do now. But yeah, now having this fully upgraded backpack, well, it's not fully upgraded. Having this partially upgraded backpack really is going to make life so much easier. We can carry a lot more stuff, and I don't have to worry so much about getting these all unlocked. There we go. We get another hoglin skin, got a bunch of meat. We're going to just toss them in here for the minute. Hoglin skin, you have to put it on a log and scrape it down like you would when you're scraping leather. to turn it into a large hide. And then you can start processing it down into proper leather, which is what we have. Well, this one's not quite done. We got the large tanned hide. We have to now put this through seed oil again, like we did last time. We could toss it in there. I don't have it set up right now, so I'll probably do the mixing bowl, although the mixer is more efficient for seed oil, but we still need to make 1 liter of seed oil at a time. So I'm accidentally putting torches into the bowl there. So it doesn't really matter. I will need to make up, that's 4, 12, 14 more copper ingots. But as I said, did I say? I don't know. With the drill set up over there, we're getting a ton of resources, so it's not really an issue anymore. And that is 2 more leather, large leather down, so that'll give us, that's got us 10 now. So from that, we can make a pair of leather boots. Needs 2 sheets, a strip, and wool. Sheets, we do that. To make the strips, we do that. Sheet, strip, wool. Needle gives us boots. Good. To make the leggings, we need 3 strips, 4 sheets. That's our 3 strips. I need to make 2 of those. Yep. Swap that back out. Make our leather leggings. Alright. And then here, boots, leggings, goggles. So that will finally give us a full set of armor. I need to see, can I hide those? I don't think I can. Alright, let's hide those at least. Okay, well that gives us a bit more in the way of armor. But as I was saying, the good thing about these is we can now, we need to make another station. Let's see, we need the modifiers work table. Requires stone. That's only Minecraft stone. None of that is TerraFirmaCraft stone. And seared bricks. Okay, I've got seared bricks, but I'm going to need to go into the nether because we can make diorite using TerraFirmaCraft rocks and nether quartz. And so that way we can make diorite that we can use to make this workstation. So we're going to have to go back into the nether to do that. We do have a bit more leather, and we do have some of this here. So we can, we've got enough leather. We can start making a few more of these. Or, oh, I wanted to make the tool belt. Right, that's going to require some wire. That's easy enough. That's 1 ingot. All right. I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's toss it all in there for now. By the way, the sword does fit in there, but like I said, I like having my weapon in my hand when I'm in nether, or well, when I'm going to fight anything, because I don't have to worry about it not choosing the weapon. If you try fighting a zombie and you don't have an actual weapon in your hand, it might not default to the right thing. It's easier just to have it out. Now, I believe there's quartz just down this way a little bit. Ooh, that's a little scary. Could have sworn there was quartz in the side of the wall here. Well, there's quartz all the way down there, but that's not the quartz I was looking for. There it is. There we go. Another adventure done. We've got our quartz. We can go back, make diorite, and then we can make the upgrade station so we can start upgrading our armor. Yeah, and I I did need 4. Alright, so that's diorite. Need to grab some seared bricks. I'm going to need to make more seared bricks. We need to make a bunch for the smeltery. But until then, I have 12. And I need 12. There's the modifier work table. So I'm going to go put this with the other ones. I should really move this stuff out from here and put it over there. But now we could say put this here and add a tool and the proper items to tune the tool's modifier. Oh, I wanted that. Press U. Gilded. No. Golden. Requires 4 gold ingots. Wait. That's some modifiers. Oh, I might be able to do it on here. Okay, so that was not necessarily necessary. But I need to make 3 gold ingots. And I am running low on gold. Well, I can take this. I finally moved everything back over here. Toss that in there, let that turn into rods. So we can make the tool belt. Run over, see how much gold I have in my system. I think it's not even an ingot. Yeah, not even an ingot. Alright, a bit more up there. Every barrel of creosote I add to the drill gets me about 15 chunks worth of gold. That's 5 nuggets. It's not much. So well, I'm gonna want that drill to run for a while. Right, and I can compress that. We've got the excess charcoal powder. We get it from washing the black sand in the sluices. So might as well turn it into charcoal blocks that we can go feed into our blaze burner. So I think the 1 charcoal block will last, what was it? 12 minutes or so? Let's see. 800 seconds. So yeah, it's about 13 minutes and 20 seconds. So that will burn for a while. That will keep that going. I need more water. Thankfully, because I have the infinite water source right here. Wasn't how it was supposed to happen. There we go. Refilling the water over here is very easy. There we go. That gets enough water here. And if we go over here, I've got an andesite funnel. So anything that comes out of the drill gets picked up directly by the andesite funnel. And this trapdoor just keeps it from going off the edge. And so we're just going to load up in here. And to finish up for today, let's toss all this in. That was what I needed, right? Oh, I put the wrong thing in. There we go. That makes the tool belt. Now this only has 2 slots. We can upgrade it further by making belt pouches, which takes a gold nugget, leather sheets, strips, and more string. But for now, what we can do is if we press... See, by default, the button is V, but I removed that because it interferes with TerraFirmaCraft controls. We need to go here, key bindings, category, tool belt, open belt inventory. I don't know what keys are not used. See, by default it's V, and then Shift V would let me put it there, and then holding R. Okay, I put the swap tool on this key here, which is 2 over from P on an English keyboard at least. The close bracket. And this way what we can do is we press and hold, and then we can grab a tool from it. And if it's an item, if we have a tool in our inventory or in our hand, we press it, we can swap with something that's already in the tool belt, or if we have an open slot, we can just put it into the tool belt. And it even renders on our person. So you see I've got a drill on me. That's actually kind of cool. Anyway, I think we made pretty good progress today. We've got our Tinker's stuff started. We've got our drill running. We've got our tool belt. I do need to make upgrades. And that will be coming next episode. I'll put the modifier on these goggles so that we have the golden modifier on it. So we can go into Nether and the piglins won't bother us. The hoglins still will, but they are at least food. And we've also got armor, so we can upgrade this armor, put reinforced modifiers on it, give it more durability, that sort of thing. Until then, thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Later.